The endpoints of the major axis are called as the vertices of an ellipse. That is, A and B are the vertices of an ellipse. When C is equal to 0, what happens? A is equal to B, then the ellipse will become a circle. So if C is equal to A, then it will reduce us to a line segment. F1O, F2 is called the x-axis, and OC produced is called as the y-axis perpendicular to F1O and F2. Hello dear students, welcome to this session of mathematics class. I am Mr. Niranjan, faculty Department of Mathematics, Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. In my previous class, we have discussed regarding parabola in the conic sections. Today in this session, I am going to discuss regarding very important conic, that is ellipse. So here today we are going to discuss regarding ellipse, the equation of an ellipse in the standard form and the points related to this equation of the ellipse in the standard form. So you might have been studied the equation of the ellipse in the standard form is given by x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 is the equation of the ellipse in the standard form. I will explain what is the definition of ellipse and how we are going to get. So in this session we are going to derive the equation of ellipse in the standard form. X square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. This is very important derivation. You will get this question for your final examination for 6 marks. So this is in part E. Part E you will get one 6 marks question. So that question is from this. So the equation of the ellipse in the standard form x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. We are going to derive in this session. Now let us know what is the definition of an ellipse. Now let us consider there are 3 points P1, P2 and P3, F1 and F2. So we know F1 and F2 are the foci. So that is the focus. If F1 and F2 are the focus, and let us consider 3 points P1, P2, P3 on the curve. So if we join this P1, F1, P2, F2, P3, F. So let us join these points P1, F1, then again P1, F2. Similarly P2, F1, P2, F2 and P3, F1 and P3, F2. So what is the definition of ellipse? Means here an ellipse is a set of all points in a plane. The set of all points in a plane such that the sum of whose distance from the two fixed points in a plane is constant. The sum of the distance from the two fixed points is a constant. That is the distance from P1 to F1, P1 F1 plus P1 F2. P1 F2 is also equal to the distance from P2 to F1, P2 to F2, P2 F1 plus P2 F2, that's also equal to the distance from P3 F1 plus P3 F2. These are found to be a constant. This is equal to a constant, right? So P1 F1 plus P1 F2 is equal to P2 F1 plus P2 F2, which is also equal to P3 F1 plus P3 F2 is equal to constant. Then it is called the ellipse. So that means an ellipse is a set of all points in a plane such that the sum of whose distance from the two fixed points. So the two fixed points in a plane is a constant. So the fixed point is called as the focus. So the distance from P1 to F1 and P1 to F2 is constant. That is P1 F1 plus P1 F2 is also equal to P2 F1 plus P2 F2. That is also equal to P3 F1 plus P3 F2 is equal to a constant, and the fixed point is called as the foci. Right. Now by knowing that, let us know regarding certain important points. So the midpoint of the line joining here F1 and F2 are the foci. So the midpoint of the line joining the foci is called as the center. So this is the center of the ellipse. So the center of the ellipse is the midpoint of F1 and F2 is the center of an ellipse, denoted as O. F1 and F2 are the foci. So here suppose if this is A and B, this is AB. So then AB is called as the major axis. This is called as the major axis. Major axis. And let us consider this as CD. CD is called as the minor axis. CD is the minor axis. So the length of major axis, so this is equal to A and A plus A. So the length of major axis is AB and length of minor axis is CD. That is equal to the length of major axis is 2A and the length of minor axis is 2B. So the length of major axis is 2A and the length of minor axis is 2b, semi-major axis is a, semi-minor axis is b. So, length of major axis is 2a and length of minor axis is 2b, and the length of semi-major axis a and the semi-minor axis length is b. So, and here the endpoints of the major axis are called as the vertices of an ellipse, that is a and b are the vertices of an ellipse. So, the length of major axis is 2a, minor axis is 2b, semi-major axis is a, semi-minor axis is b, and the distance between the two foci, the distance between f1 and f2 is 2c. 2c is the distance. So, suppose if this is c and this is c, the distance between these two is 2c. So, that means from previous definition, P1 F1 plus P1 F2 is also equal to P2 F1 plus P2 F2 is also equal to P3 F1 plus P3 F2 is equal to a constant. That constant is equal to 2c here, right. Now, this is how the different points to be remembered on the standard equation of an ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1, right. Now, so the distance from A to O, then O to B is also equal to A plus A, that is length of major axis is A plus A is 2A, and the length of minor axis B plus B, that is equal to 2B. Length of semi-major axis is A, semi-minor axis is B, and the distance between the two foci F1 O F2 is equal to 2C, that is 0 to, yes, O F1 plus O F2 is equal to C plus C is equal to 2C, right. Now, let us know regarding the relation between, what is the relation between semi-major axis, semi-minor axis and the distance of the focus from the center of an ellipse. So, here the relation between, so what is the relation? So, the relation between the semi-major axis is A, semi-minor axis is B, and the distance of the focus is C. Now, the relation between A, B and C. So, what is the relation? The relation is C square is equal to A square minus B square. C square is equal to A square minus B square is the relation between the semi-major axis, semi-minor axis and the focus, distance of the focus of an ellipse. C square is equal to A square minus B square. Now, here there are so many cases. So, case number 1, first case, if C is equal to 0. If C is equal to 0, the distance between the focus is 0. 0 is equal to A square minus B square. Then A square is equal to B square. A is equal to B. So, the distance A and B are same. So, the distance A and B are same. That means this will have the focus as F1 and F2 as same. That means, so this is the circle, right. This is the center, major axis, minor axis, this is the center. So, here this F1 and F2, F1 and F2 are equal. Focus F1 is equal to F2. F1 and F2 are equal, and the distance this A is equal to B. When A is equal to B, F1 and F2 are equal. That means, what is our meaning? So, if both the focus coincide, merges, then the ellipse is called a circle. Then this is called the circle. Then this conic is called as a circle. Then the ellipse is called a circle. Okay. That means, so when F1 and F2 are equal, A is equal to B, then the ellipse will reduces to a circle. This will converts to a circle. The ellipse will becomes a circle. Now, move on to case 2. Case 2, when C is equal to A. When C, first case C is equal to 0, when C is equal to A, substitute here. If I put C is equal to, C square is equal to A square minus B square, A square is equal to A square minus B square. Transfer this. So, then A square minus A square is equal to minus B square. So, B square becomes 0, B is equal to 0. So, B will becomes 0, right. So, if B is equal to 0, then it will reduce us to the line segment. So, this is F1, F2, this is A and A. This becomes a line segment. So, it becomes a line segment. So, when C is equal to 0, what happens? A is equal to B, then the ellipse will becomes a circle. So, if C is equal to A, then it will reduce us to a line segment. So, that is the relation between C square is equal to A square minus B square and the conditions. Now, by knowing this, let us know regarding the very important concept, that is eccentricity. The eccentricity of an ellipse is the ratio of the distance from the center of one foci and to another vertices of an ellipse. So, that is E is equal to C by A. Previous class itself we have discussed regarding the eccentricity. PS by PM is called the eccentricity. The distance, eccentricity of ellipse is the ratio of the distance from center of one point of the foci and to the one point of the vertex is called an ellipse. So that is, the previous class we have discussed the eccentricity as PS by PM is called the eccentricity. Here also the eccentricity is denoted as C by A. C by A is the eccentricity, that is the ratio of the distance from the center of one of the foci and to one of the vertex is called as a eccentricity. E is equal to C by A of an ellipse. Now let us derive the very important, derive the equation of an ellipse in the standard form, that is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So this is very important sure question for 6 marks, part E. Now to derive the equation of ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 in the standard form. Now let us consider, focus, let us consider the foci F1 and F2. So F1 and F2 are the foci, F1 and F2 are the foci, O is the center. Then the line passing through F1, O, F2 is called as the x-axis. Then the line passing through this F1, O, F2 is called as the x-axis. And the line passing through OC is called as the y-axis. Perpendicular to this line, perpendicular to F1, O, F2 is y-axis. So here F1, O, F2 is called the x-axis and OC produced is called as the y-axis perpendicular to F1, O and the F2. So the line through F1, O be the x-axis, the line through perpendicular to the x-axis is called the y-axis. So therefore, the coordinates of the foci F1 is equal to minus C comma 0 and F2 is equal to C comma 0. We know the distance from this point to this point. So OF1. So therefore, the coordinates of F1 and F2 are F1 is equal to minus C comma 0 and F2 is equal to C comma 0 are the coordinates of the foci. So very simple. Let F1 and F2 are the foci and O is the center. O is the center. Then the line passing through F1, O, F2 is called as the x-axis and the line perpendicular to F1, O, F2 is called as the y-axis, that is OC is the y-axis. And the coordinates of the foci F1 is equal to minus C comma 0 and F2 is equal to C comma 0, right. Now, let Px comma y be any point on the ellipse such that, join this, join Pf1 and Pf2 such that the distance from Pf1 and Pf2, sum of the distance according to the definition, Pf1 plus Pf2 is equal to 2a, 2 times a. So very important point this is, let Px comma y be any point on the ellipse, join Pf1 and Pf2 such that Pf1 plus Pf2 is equal to 2a, Pf1 plus Pf2 is equal to 2a. Now what is Pf1 and Pf2? Now by distance formula, find out the value of Pf1 and Pf2, substitute here, squaring on both sides, you will get the standard result, that's it, okay. Now by distance formula, now what is Pf1? Pf1 is equal to root of, what is the formula? x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole the square. So this is equal to P. x1, yes, x1, y1 is x minus of minus is plus x plus c whole square plus y minus 0 whole square, that's equal to root of x plus c whole square plus y square. This is Pf1. Similarly, the distance Pf2 is equal to Pf2. Pf2 is equal to root of x minus c whole square plus y minus 0 whole square, that's equal to root of x minus c whole square plus y square. So from by distance formula, Pf1 is equal to root of x plus c whole square plus y square and Pf2 is equal to root of x minus c whole square plus y square. Now from Pf1 plus Pf2 is equal to 2a. Now what is Pf1? The Pf1 is nothing but the distance from P to F1, Pf2 is the distance from P to F2. By distance formula, just find out by distance formula, so that is root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Pf1 can be written as x1, y1, x2, y2. So therefore this can be written as x minus of minus is plus x plus c whole square plus y minus 0 whole square plus p of y minus 0 whole square, p of 1 plus p of 2. P of 2 is nothing but this is x1 y1 x2 y2. So that is x minus c whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to 2a. Now see, this becomes root of x plus c whole square plus y square plus this is root of x minus c whole square plus y square is equal to 2a. Now transfer this quantity to the right hand side. Then this becomes root of x minus c whole square plus y square is equal to 2a minus this becomes root of x minus c whole square plus y square. Now squaring on both sides. If we square on both sides, square root gets cancelled. We can apply the formula a square plus b square minus 2ab plus y square is equal to, again this is a square 4a square plus b square, square root gets cancelled, x minus c whole square plus y square, a square plus b square minus 2ab, 2 into 2 is 4a into root of x minus c whole square plus y square. Now transfer this quantity to the left hand side. Now this can also be written as x square plus y square minus 2cx plus y square, and when this is transferred to the left hand side it becomes, or I can write one more step, 4a square, again apply a minus b square, a square plus b square minus 2ab plus y square minus this is same as it is 4a into root of x minus c whole square plus y square. Now transfer this to the left hand side, it becomes x square plus c square minus 2cx plus y square minus x square minus c square plus 2cx minus y square is equal to, this is same, 4a square minus 4a into root of x minus c whole square plus y square, plus x square minus x square plus c square minus c square gets cancelled, again minus 2cx plus 2cx and plus y square minus everything gets cancelled, you will get 0 on the right hand side. 2x plus 2cx, what is remaining is 4cx is equal to 4a square minus 4a into root of x minus c whole square plus y square. These are the things remaining, right? Now if we divide by 4, what happens? Cx is equal to a, 4 gets cancelled, a square, 4 gets cancelled, a into root of x minus c whole square plus y square. Now transfer this to the right hand side, minus a becomes plus a into root of x minus c whole square plus y square is equal to this a square as it is, and transfer plus cx becomes minus cx. Now squaring on both sides, if we square on both sides, this becomes a square, square root gets cancelled, again apply a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2cx plus y square is equal to, if we square this whole square, so what happens? Squaring on both sides, so a square root gets cancelled, so a to the power of 4 a square plus b square c square x square minus 2ab, 2 into a is c x into a square. Now what happens? Just multiply it. So a square x square plus a square c square minus 2c a square into x plus a square y square, transfer this to the left hand side, minus a to the power of 4 minus c square x square plus 2cx a square is equal to 0. Now cancel the terms which gets cancelled. Now what happens? Minus 2cx a square plus 2cx a square gets cancelled. And what is left over here? A square x square, a square y square minus a to the power of 4. What are the quantities left over is a square x square, then plus a square y square, a square x square, a square y square, and then a to the power of 4 minus a to the power of 4 minus c square x square, and this terms plus a square c square is equal to 0. Just group the terms which containing x square. So here a square x, these are. So you can take x square common factor, we can write a square minus c square, and the terms containing y square is a square y square, and the remaining terms, so a square x square c square x square and a square y square, transfer this to the right hand side. So then this becomes a to the power of 4 minus a square c square. Now here this can be written as, so x square into a square minus c square plus y square into a square is equal to, we can take the common factor a square out, a square minus c square. I'll write, divide by a square, this right hand side, a square into a square minus c square. So what happens? So this x square by a square minus c square gets cancelled, we will get a square plus y square divided by, so this a square gets cancelled, we have a square minus c square. On the right hand side everything gets cancelled, 1. Since we know the relation a square minus c square is equal to b square, so therefore this is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 is the equation of the ellipse. That's it. Okay. So very simple derivation and very important. So just simplification, squaring on both sides, cancel the terms which gets cancelled, equate the terms containing x square common factor, a square minus c square, y square a square, and constant we can take a square common factor, a square into a square minus c square. So right hand side should be equal to 1, divide by this entire quantity a square into a square minus c square, term by term division. What happens? A square minus c square gets cancelled, we get x square by a square. So a square gets cancelled, y square by a square minus c square, right hand side everything gets cancelled, equal to 1, since we know a square minus c square is equal to b square. So x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 is the equation of the ellipse in the standard form. That's it. So very simple and very important for the point of examination. This is a sure question, right, for 6 marks. So hope you followed. Okay, that's all regarding today's session. Let us meet with a different concept in the next session. Thank you very much.